Territorial Cup. A prized possession for both the Cats and the Devils, but only one gets to take this rivalry hardware home. It's time to find out if we'll bear down or it forks up. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. The Sun Devils will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arizona's offense will go on the attack first. The Sun Devils' Territorial Cup runneth over with a big win the last time they faced the Cats.
It was all sparky, and man, that was a spanking. Arizona State gave it to Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, they put it on them. And in these rivalry games, man, you do not forget that. It's talked about, it's bragged about, and you want to come out and make a point and change that history.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's chat a little big picture Arizona. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're turning it on, bust through behind his pad. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in. It's Clemens. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Burgess. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Just keep slinging it. They've got the screen set up. Shakes off the defender. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Surging forward on the sneak. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute, to put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly. what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will get the ball for the first time. When you get to this point in the season, Jesse, and you're in the Heisman Trophy race like this guy is, every decision, every play, every move will be magnified today.
No question this guy has the numbers, but what he's also had is Heisman moments in big games with a lot of people watching. He has stepped up, and he's played his best football from the quarterback position. And, David, I think that's the biggest key now here at the end of the season for him, determining whether or not he can win the trophy.
And we're voters, Jesse, right? That's what we look for. Like, were you big time when your team needed the most, when you played great competition? And so far, he's checking all the boxes, man. He's been elite of elite. Finishing the season strong right here could be the final cherry on the sundae.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Burks. Finds his big tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was the completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible.
There he goes. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Arizona State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Quarterback on the keeper. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense. The first time the Sun Devils and the Wildcats met, Arizona wasn't even a state yet. It was 1899.
Reese Davis, a college football aficionado, and a history buff, too. Great history between these two schools.
Yeah, and it goes back, obviously, that long. So many classes, so much hatred. It's beautiful when rivalries really matter, and it matters to the people in Arizona.
3rd down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. He's got it along the sideline. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
Breaks into the open. Lowers those pads. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That's caught. It's Clemens. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That brings them to within 1. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. The give to the tailback. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
On the ground, it's Wall. Turns it on in midfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Burks. Quick completion on the out. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder.
There he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This offense needs to put together a scoring drive to keep up, trailing 14-6. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got him. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Clemens. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They go to the counter.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's got an open man. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Arizona runs out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to throw, it's Burks. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to the running back. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel as these stats will... So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Takes the handoff. It's Verrier. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
Yeah, third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Working that left side now. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got it on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking to throw again. Hauls it in. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Takes the easy one to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Burgess. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Got it in the middle, it's Burgess. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Arizona! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and he's paying dividends now on game.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Burks. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
Got a man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Finds his man in the middle. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Makes the catch. Let's talk a little about Arizona. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple of dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who is very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
Fires to the big fella. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually beat the ground.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screen play. How does that happen?
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
Dead center perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
They're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Oh, they're after him. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Unloads it downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
That penalty is going to be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I mean, he is going to get an earful from the coaches on the sidelines. Back to pass, it's Burks. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Unloads quickly. Inside the 45. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Burgess. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Going to swing it on second down. That's caught. It's Allison. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. He lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
And the Wildcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the fight. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this turning it on. Powers through. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Never a doubt. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second.
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. The Sun Devils are facing 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Burks. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, it's 3rd and short, so you look for your easiest throw and easiest completion. That's to the tight end. He makes the catch, and you move the chains.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback may change this route. there on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Arizona State! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, the territorial cup rivalry is among the most bitter in football, and so far today, these two have really butted heads. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Arizona and Arizona State plays out.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They had the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Caught over the middle. It's Pedrino. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Burks. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. Still on his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Sun Devils are flying down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. And the Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Breaks into the... bounces over the top. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Sun Devils, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The snap sets up the throw. Got it behind the line. It's Verrier. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And the route is on. Sparky is putting the pitchfork to them as Arizona State stretches the lead.
And they got this thing cooking. They've got all the momentum. They've handled the moment of this rivalry game really, really well, and the momentum firmly on their side.
Sparky's a team that always just seems to be going for the jugular. If you give them an opening, they're going to take it, and right now they're pulling away. Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snagged in the middle, it's Clemens. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Trying to take it back.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
On the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job up.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The pull and throw off the RPO. There he goes. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 35, he's got room. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. They've been running it, but now the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Clemens. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Arizona going back to work with another first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Are forced to settle for 3.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Finds a little space. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On target to the left. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting...
Oh, he's got some space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Floats it out in space. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Unloads it left. Smashes through the tackle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Give to the back. Plows through the defense. Continuing to churn and move it forward. They're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Clemens. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Arizona runs out the punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Hands it off. Looking for room at the 40. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Back to pass, it's Burks. Fakes the grab on the left. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Sun Devils in the hurry-up. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He's got it on the move. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Sun Devils will try to put one on the board on first and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll move the wide receiver.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Snagged out of the air. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Got his man on the outside. Gets away from one, finds room. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Got room to work. Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has
built a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. At the 45 on his way. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He breaks a tackle. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense. Now you're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a...
Touchdown, Arizona! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers.
unleashes one deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. He'll do it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They would
intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Past the 50. He's at the 40. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Here's a heat. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Wildcats. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Here comes the 2-point try.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pulled it.
Touchdown, Arizona State! And the beatdown has ensued.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be...
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Right on the money. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
And listen, everything's 4-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game. So it's okay you didn't get the 1st down there, but now the pressure's on to convert this. Otherwise, it's ball game.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. bringing the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Off the play fake. He wants a big play here late. Brings it down on the right side. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Arizona in a hurry. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They're working that left side. And he makes a completion. They're set up and in business at the 20. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Burks. Flips it out on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. A third down try for the offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch on the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Arizona State.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. What a disappointment. No good. And despite the missed field goal, the lead still at 16 points. So the latest edition of the Duel in the Desert in the books, and Arizona State will...